The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 29-yard line.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a Pittsburgh Steelers.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
First down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns get a score closer. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know they're there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And Charles, the second time today that he has hit pay dirt.
Will line up.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
They're on 31-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
That's good.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Chubb. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's got some space here. The 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Brought down at the
Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
touchdown.
Taking it in from a yard out as his guys have now moved out in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
28-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. What a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Right back to Connor here on first. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson.
That's another Pittsburgh Steeler.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. To the right side and complete to Washington. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be at practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense defense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. They run it again with Chubb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
16 yards.
Mayfield now from the 50. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And a nice carry and a 1st down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
Mayfield finding Beckham. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Gain of 12.
There's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up. Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. That catch good for only a couple. Well, I harken back to the 1st half, Charles, and I see the look on your face. You're thinking the same thing. They had that opportunity to take the 3. They went for it on 4th in the 1st half, didn't get it. That could loom large.
So if they had taken the 3, successfully kicked the field goal, they'd only need a field goal now. That's what we were talking about when we mentioned it on that drive.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And there's a catch by Juju Smith-Schuster, and he's hoping there's plenty more of that coming. 2019, not the year he expected. Lost his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, early, dealt with a knee injury and missed 4 games, and his stats really fell. Just 552 yards through the air. But in 2018, what a big year he had then with Big Ben. 1,426 yards. He's hoping that the return of form of Roethlisberger leads to the return of form of himself. And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with counter. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with counter. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48.
That's good.
A gain of 4 on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
48-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll drop it underneath here to Snell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
There's Myles Garrett forcing another offensive lineman to yell, look out to his quarterback as he ends up putting him on the deck. 30.5 sacks in his first 3 seasons. Easily one of the best 3-down defensive ends in the NFL.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Roethlisberger. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Eric Ebron.
Good catch there by Eric Ebron, and the Steelers are hoping that they see the 2018 version of this young man. 66 catch, 750 yards, and 13 touchdowns. And that was good enough for 2nd in the league with Indiana.
And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And again, it's Chubb. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. The Steelers.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is